You have been very passionate and often accused of being xenophobic over the years.
Oh wait, there is one thing a lot of people like to say. If you are so unhappy, you can just leave Singapore. But the thing is, Lim Tian has no passport. How you want him to leave Singapore? Although I have my passport, I can travel out of Singapore, but I get deported back to Singapore. So why do people always leave this kind of comment asking us to get out of Singapore? And if the AGC were to bankrupt me because $15,000 it can bankrupt someone, then my passport will be gone as well. So we cannot leave Singapore. We will be here, we will be documenting every single thing down, because the Singapore government likes to say that, oh, there is no evidence of the Singapore government having political persecution, there is no evidence of the government targeting any specific individual. So now we are here documenting all these things now to say that yes, political persecution happens in Singapore. Just because no journalists die doesn't mean that our press freedom ranking is high above. Doesn't mean that what you are reading from the mainstream media are not playing propaganda from the PAP government.
You know, my fellow Singaporeans, let me add one point. You know, Hui Hui was ordered by the court to pay $22,000 to the AGC. Now, this is on what is known as party costs, all right? Usually when you lose in a litigation, you have to pay the other side's costs. And of course, what comes into play then is how much are the legal fees he's had to expend in defending or bringing the claim. But you think about it. The AGC, every single lawyer in there, including the Attorney General, is paid by the citizens of Singapore. Yeah? Paid by the citizens of Singapore. The AGC doesn't have to go and spend money hiring lawyers to defend Hui Hui's judicial review, Hui Hui and 5 others' judicial review. So, I went to court and I said, this is public interest litigation. Why does Hui Hui have to pay this amount? Of course, the court disagreed. But think about it. What has the Attorney General's chambers lost? Every single one of them in there is paid out of your pockets. Alright? So, my friends, I ask you once again to be generous, to help Hui Hui out of this situation. We can do it easily. We have done it before, and we change. You know, we made history in Zihian's case, in Terry's case, in Royning's case. Let's do it once more.
Lim Tian, since Hui Hui has told the whole world that you don't have your passport with you, why is it that you don't have your passport with you?
Oh, when I was charged, my passport was impounded. Alright? So, you know, that's the reason why. So I've got to go to court and apply for my passport every time I want to travel. I'm not bothered. Yeah? I'm going to stay in Singapore, as I have said previously, and watch the change take place. Yeah? I'm happy here. If need be, if I need to travel, I will apply for my passport and I'll travel. Of course, that is a bit of a hindrance because, you know, going to court and all that is troublesome. I'm not as free as I used to be able to just hop onto a plane, go and see my client, go and do marketing, which is important even for a lawyer. But, you know, I'm not going to let that deter me or stop me from speaking the truth. Yes.
Lim Tian, I'm curious, so how long has your passport been impounded already?
My passport has been impounded ever since I was arrested 4 days before I defended Leong Zihian in the defamation trial. Zihian's trial started either on a Monday or a Tuesday, and I was arrested on the Friday when I was working with him in my office. So this was in 2020. So it has been more than 2 years now. Yeah, more than 2 years now. But I'm not dying, you know, and yeah, so we take it as it comes, and we will resolve issues as they come along.
When do you think you will get your passport back?
Oh, that I don't know. That I don't know. And I am not making any plans based on when I will get my passport back. I'm happy to stay in Singapore and to watch how things play out. As I have said many times, and even in the previous video with Hui Hui, I expect dramatic political changes in this country this decade. Alright, dramatic political changes. So I will be a happy, bystander or watcher, or well, maybe I'm a participant in actual fact. Yeah, but I want to see my country change for the better. That's a good point, but I also want to add this. When you file a writ in court, alright, you can ask for interest on the claim. And the interest given these days by the courts is 5.33% a year. Alright? But why is it that CPF only gives you 2.5% a year? Now, think about it. You have this sum of money sitting in CPF every year, alright? Inflation now is how many percent? 5%? 6%? It means that every year your money is sitting there, you are losing money, right? You are losing to inflation.
Okay, Hui Hui. I think yesterday or day before yesterday, if you read the newspaper that the subscription is, I think, plus people okay. The big news was, in the Forward Singapore conversation,